Good morning out there in YouTube land. Well, not really a project today, but I'm going to show you how OLD64GOAT packs things up when he mails them out. Now, I've got 3 plugins from that Tektronix 7633 scope that one of my viewers expressed interest in it, and they don't make a priority box of that size because I need a minimum of 15 inches in length, and that's only to allow a little bit of packing. This is 18 inches, so it's got to go out to Oregon, not too far from Buzz 1151 to be exact. Anyways, I'm going to make a video here, really a boring video, but I'm going to show you how I ship things and how I pack them. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to reinforce the bottom of this. I don't like this. So I'm going to lift these flaps here. Put glue in here, and then I'm going to cut a piece of cardboard and put it over here and glue it right down on here. Now I'm going to reinforce the bottom. And when I seal the top, I'll put a piece of cardboard across after I pack it all in there. So let's set you up on a tripod here. My box I'm going to be using, and it's very hard to know if I'm in camera or not, so I'm moving it around a lot. Okay, and this is the box I'm going to be cutting down for the reinforcing of the bottom. Cut that. Okay. We estimate, so get precise on this. Alright, so we got a piece that's going to go into the bottom of this box. And I better check and see if we're on camera. You can see how the bottom is here. We're going to glue all that down once I get the cardboard cut to size. What a beautiful day today. Okay, well, we got that. What we do, we don't have to cut anything. We just let it go right in there like that. Alright, so now we go first class. It's only because this is what I've got on hand. I use my carpenter's wood glue, my Tight Bond original wood glue. Got a brand new container of it, and these things I keep in the house until the springtime because I had these out now since April, but in the winter time you don't want to keep the carpenter's wood glue outside because it'll freeze, and once the glue freezes, whether it's this or the Elmer's or whatever you got, it's going to be useless. Okay, so now we glue that down. Now we just put a little glue into here and just a little bit here. Alright. Not worried about the glue on the side because the piece goes down like that. And that's all. Alright. And it will all, it'll dry and harden up. And when I get the 3 plugins going in here, they'll be, held down too by the weight of those. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is to get the 3 plugins out here and decide what size packing I'm going to be using in between. I got some styrofoam 3/4 inch sheets small sheets that came in the Sencor Cricket box packing that I can use, and as well as some other materials such as foam rubber. So let me get back on this video here. Just a second, and hang on. The most delicate part of these things, as most of you may know, is the front, the knobs and so forth, and the buttons. These must be protected. The back, you have to protect too, because these are plastic and you got to be careful. The total length of this is 15 inches from the tip of the knob right here to the very end. I think it's 14 or 15. The longest box that would fit all three of these plugins is 13 inches long. It's way too short. So, in a sense, I'm just going to lay these in here now. This box is quite large. I never can find the box that's exact same size. This is quite a bit larger, and when the post office measured it, they're going to be measuring the total length here. Then they're going to be, in other words, they're going to measure three sides. And they're going to add it up, and then they're going to weigh it, and they weigh it to measure the thickness. Now, I would say we got about 3 inches. Right now, these sitting on the bottom. They're not going to sit on the bottom. I'm going to have padding there. So, I'll come back on this video when I get the padding out here. And in addition to that, I may add some cardboard in between these units. Now, these are just the metal here. They're not going to hurt anything, but I'm going to put a piece of cardboard between each one of these. And pay attention to the rear and the fronts, mostly the fronts, that they must have the most packing on there. When I get done packing this, this will not rattle, it will not shift around. So I overpack things because it may weigh up a little more, but it'll arrive there safely even if they use it in a basketball game. The first thing I want to do is take the padding out of the box that the Sencor Cricket came in, and I want to lay in the styrofoam on the bottom of the box. So I don't want this stuff blowing around. It's not windy today, but there is a little bit of a breeze. So I want to just see what is going to fit there the best. Okay, two of these will fit down in here like this. And I use the smaller ones. See if I can get that in there. All right. Okay. So now we got a double reinforced bottom. This will go on the top. So now we can put the boards in, but we're going to line them up and center them. We can allow for insulation. Like I say, in between these boards, I think cardboard would be sufficient, and primarily the outside will have to have heavy padding.
And I'll be protected here. That, there's no way that that's going to get damaged with that. And now I'm not done yet. I got the back end to do. I want to save this piece to go on top here, and then the cardboard goes over that, and any more packing. I got some more packing material here. We're going to put that at the rear. This in there. Show me the way to go home. Tired and I want to go to bed. I had a little drink about an hour ago, and it went right to my head. Okay, pass that. We're not done yet. Okay, put that in here. See, I save all this small bubble wrap. I don't like the huge ones with the big squares. I break them up and throw them out, but these I use. Okay, we got some more packing to put in here yet.
So what I don't want to do is to put this on top of this. It's all right on the bottom, but on the top, you get all these little pieces that break off, and I don't want them getting inside here. So we're going to put some bubble wrap in here. And then bring that down to here. Okay, and then we put that up there. So if you cut through with a knife, you've got to go through this and this before you hit anything, and then you're going to be hitting the padding. So this thing isn't going to move when I'm done with it here. So now let's see, is that going to give me another piece of cardboard? So my package is way up a little bit, so let's get another piece of cardboard put over here to build this up. Right back. okay, I've got this piece of cardboard. You can see all this stuff there because I took another box apart. The box that the outer box that my Cricut came in, and this stuff is all over the place. So this will be on top like that. Okay. What I don't want is movement. I want it solid. Okay, and we can put another piece right across there. And we'll just put another piece in here. Okay, that's good. Okay, next thing we got to do is tape it up. I'm not gluing these flaps, of course. This is the part that they're going to open. So when I tape it up, I'll go once around this way with the fiberglass packing tape that I have. I got to go in the house and get it. And then once around this way with the same tape. So first it'll hold it together. Actually, there is a space here, but that's okay. It wasn't originally, but it's packed in nice and solid. So we'll come back in a minute here. Anyways, I usually hold it together on the ends first. Not gonna hold, I don't think. I gotta get this heavy stuff. I got this stuff here. This is fiberglass tape, packing tape. That's what I use. I gotta fight with this thing. I'll tell you, I'll never make an eBay seller. you'd be waiting 6 months for me to pack the damn thing up. I'm not a very good packer, like I say. I consider myself packing very well to protect the items, but as far as neatness or efficiency, no. Okay. Now, when I print out a label, if I print it out, sometimes I write them out, because we have an inkjet printer, like most of us have, if the label gets wet, it's going to run. So I always coat it with clear tape. You know, this stuff that's on here. So what I need to do now, let's go use this stuff here. This stuff I like. The styrofoam is all over the place here. I can find the end of it. This is not a very exciting video, but it's probably a little bit more interesting than the previous videos that I've been showing.
Now we squeeze that together. Box keeps sliding. Go right around. It's the way I pack things, so I've even used duct tape. I've got this, so I don't need to use the duct tape. Now that's not moving at all. That's solid. Okay, now I can't get this closer together because it's rock solid. That's all right. I can go down the middle with it. This is just to keep it together, and then I'm going to drop tape all the way around it. I'm sure I'll get criticism. You're making a big production out of it. Well, if I was shipping something to you, would you want it broken in the mail? We'll get fancy here. Put one this direction. Just try to keep them together, so when I put a tape all the way around here, which is what I'm going to do next, it'll cover both ends, hopefully. Alrighty. Let's see. We gotta stop here a minute. We gotta take off this label. It has UPS on it. We gotta take that off.
Okay, I can't get, this is a UPS ground label that, when this item that was in this box, I got this from my local hardware store, was shipped, and it's too hard to get off, so we're just going to put some tape over it, that's all. That's all. We'll just cover it up. That's all we do. La da dee 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 dee. I don't know if you're still in camera or not. Well, Bob, you're going to be, if you're watching this is, the guy's name is Bob, and not the same Bob that I've been fixing that phonograph for. This is a different one. One of my YouTube viewers. You're going to see that when I pack something, it gets packed very well. And I always push the tape down real good. There's no chance of it lifting. So now I can either print out the label or write it out. There you be. The label will not be videotaped, but I want to just show you that this is how the old 64GOAT packs up things. It's a lot of work. I don't enjoy it, but I'm glad that somebody will get some use out of part of that oscilloscope. Thank you for watching.